Look, they're my friends, but they're buying oil from Russia. So we can't be expected to be the only ones that are, full bore. But Europe is buying oil from Russia. I don't want them to buy oil. And the sanctions that they're putting on are not tough enough. And
NATO to increase sanctions against Russia as you asked them to do over the weekend?
Well, they're not doing the job. NATO has to get together. Europe has to get together and do it. Look, they're my friends, but they're buying oil from Russia. So we can't be expected to be the only ones that are, full bore. But Europe is buying oil from Russia. I don't want them to buy oil. And the sanctions that they're putting on are not tough enough. And I'm willing to do sanctions, but they're going to have to toughen up their sanctions commensurate with what I'm doing.
But just to clarify, you wouldn't move ahead until NATO moves ahead.
Well, I'm ready to move ahead, but they have to do it. I think they will. But right now they're talking and they're not doing. Look, they're buying oil from Russia. We're not buying oil from Russia. They're buying a lot of oil from Russia. That's not the deal.
Mr. President, European nations do still buy, some of them buy natural gas from Russia. Would you like to see that pulled back as well?
That's not the deal, though. The deal is they're not whether it's natural gas or whether it's cigarettes. I don't care. They're not supposed to be buying from Russia. We're spending a lot of money giving. Now, I will say this. Right now, we're just selling weapons to NATO. It's pretty amazing. Biden spent $350 billion. I'm spending nothing. In fact, we're making money. But I want to stop the killing. So it just came out, or I think it came out, but I know for a fact, almost 8,000 young soldiers died this week between the two countries. A little bit more from Russia, but divided. When you're the aggressor, you lose more. I don't know if you know that, but in war, when you're the aggressor, you tend to lose more. But it was a little bit more for Russia, but it was 8,000, a little bit more than 8,017 actually, died this week in that war. Why? And they're Russians. They're not American soldiers, but they're still human beings.
Has any of the NATO members responded to the letter you sent yesterday?
Yeah.
Can you tell us
They know it's true.
Can you say
They
who?
don't want to deny it, They said, well, I'd rather not talk about it. I said, what do you mean you'd rather not? That means you're guilty, right? Yeah, no, they agree. I mean, look, they're buying oil.
But
And
who
they're
has
buying it
responded?
through a couple of countries that are selling it. So they're not buying it directly. Countries are buying oil from Russia and selling it into certain NATO countries. Not all, but certain very substantial NATO countries. That's not the deal.
Inflasi produsen Amerika Serikat secara tak terduga turun pada Agustus 2025 untuk pertama kalinya dalam 4 bulan terakhir.
Dikutip dari data RTI, indeks harga saham gabungan atau IHSG ditutup menguat 0,92% di level 7.699,007 di perdagangan Rabu.
Pemirsa, laporan Biro Statistik Tenaga Kerja menunjukkan inflasi produsen Amerika Serikat secara tak terduga turun pada Agustus 2025. Penurunan inflasi produsen tersebut memperkuat prospek pemangkasan suku bunga oleh The Federal Reserve dalam waktu dekat.
Inflasi produsen Amerika Serikat secara tak terduga turun pada Agustus 2025 untuk pertama kalinya dalam 4 bulan terakhir, memperkuat prospek bahwa Federal Reserve akan memangkas suku bunga pekan depan. Laporan Biro Statistik Tenaga Kerja mencatat indeks harga produsen atau PPI turun 0,1% secara month-to-month, sementara data Juli direvisi turun. Secara tahunan, PPI tercatat naik 2,6%. Harga barang tidak termasuk pangan dan energi naik 0,3%. Sebaliknya, biaya jasa turun 0,2%. Di dalamnya, margin grosir dan retail anjlok 1,7%. Penurunan terbesar sejak tahun 2009 membalik lonjakan tajam pada Juli. BLS mencatat sekitar 3/4 penurunan biaya jasa berasal dari margin grosir mesin dan kendaraan yang jatuh 3,9%. Adapun harga barang konsumsi jadi tidak termasuk pangan dan energi naik paling cepat sejak Februari, didorong lonjakan harga produk tembakau. Laporan tersebut menunjukkan perusahaan menahan diri untuk tidak menaikkan harga secara agresif pada Agustus, meski menghadapi tekanan dari tarif impor yang ditetapkan Presiden Donald Trump. Banyak perusahaan khawatir kenaikan harga yang tajam bisa menekan permintaan di tengah ketidakpastian ekonomi. Langkah perusahaan meneruskan beban tarif kepada konsumen akan menjadi faktor kunci dalam menentukan arah inflasi dan kebijakan suku bunga The Fed tahun ini. Berbagai sumber untuk IED Action.
Pemirsa, harga minyak melesat hampir 2% pada perdagangan Rabu, terdorong kekhawatiran potensi gangguan pasokan setelah Polandia menembak jatuh drone Rusia di wilayah udaranya, serta desakan Amerika agar Uni Eropa menjatuhkan sanksi tambahan bagi pembeli minyak Rusia. Namun kenaikan tertahan oleh laporan lonjakan persediaan minyak mentah Amerika Serikat. Minyak mentah berjangka Brent ditutup melambung 1,7% menjadi $67,49 per barrel. Sedangkan minyak mentah berjangka West Texas Intermediate menguat 1,7% menjadi $63,67 per barrel. Sehari sebelumnya harga minyak sempat naik 0,6% setelah Israel melancarkan serangan ke pimpinan Hamas di Doha, Qatar. Adapun ketegangan geopolitik meningkat setelah Polandia menembak jatuh drone yang memasuki wilayah udaranya di tengah serangan besar Rusia ke Ukraina Barat. Amerika Serikat pun mendesak Uni Eropa untuk mengenakan tarif 100% pada impor dari China dan India yang merupakan pembeli utama minyak Rusia guna menekan Moskow agar mau bernegosiasi soal perdamaian dengan Ukraina. Selanjutnya dari pergerakan bursa global, pemirsa, bursa Wall Street berakhir variatif pada Rabu dengan indeks S&P 500 dan Nasdaq mencetak rekor penutupan baru, sementara Dow Jones terkoreksi. Penguatan didorong lonjakan saham Oracle serta ekspektasi pemangkasan suku bunga The Fed pada pekan depan, menyusul data inflasi produsen yang lebih lemah dari perkiraan. Adapun pemirsa, pada perdagangan Rabu indeks S&P 500 naik 0,3% ke 6.532. Kemudian indeks Nasdaq Composite menguat 0,03% ke level 21.886. Sedangkan indeks Dow Jones Industrial Average turun 0,48% ke level 45.490. Sementara itu pemirsa, kita ke bursa Eropa yang berbalik arah dan berakhir di zona merah pada perdagangan Rabu setelah dorongan positif dari raksasa fast fashion Spanyol Inditex tertahan oleh aksi jual di saham teknologi. Indeks Stock 600 ditutup turun 0,02% ke level 552,29. Kemudian indeks FTSE 100 Inggris melemah 0,19% ke level 9.225 dan indeks DAX Jerman turun 0,36% ke posisi 23.632.